Favorite humans, we're back, and tomorrow is the first day of fall.
Is it really tomorrow?
It is, the 21st. Oh. And it also just has felt like it for the past week and a half, so.
I feel like things that I usually keep tabs on, like what the weather's going to be like for the week, or when summer's ending, like the exact date, I don't keep track of anymore. I, care less about certain things.
I think it's more just because I know that it feels that way. And the year,
the year has been crazy.
Well, I also always know, since my birthday's on the 21st, I know that, the weather changing of the seasons are always on the 21st.
Okay.
Speaking of, I was just going to bring this up. When it comes to my birthday is August 21st, for everybody that doesn't know.
Mark your calendars, ladies and gents.
And you already missed it, so it's fine. No. Whenever it's coming to my birthday, I kind of have that, bittersweet feeling because it's going to be the end of summer then. Definitely more when I was younger and we had school. Then school would be coming in September.
Yeah,
but now
get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, now it's more of okay, summer's ending. And I didn't really get that sad this year. I usually get a little, bittersweet going into the transition. But this year I was kind of excited for fall.
See, I'm such a nerd that, I know when you talk about school, I have these very vivid memories of going back to grade school, getting, excited.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go, but I did want to go, and I also am a super nerd, because I love back-to-school supply shopping.
Oh, my God.
More than most things.
Yeah, I remember, when we would go to Staples, and they'd give you a list of what you needed and all that stuff.
If I bear children sometime in this lifetime, I'm going to get so excited for school supplies. It is sickening. But it's just who I am, and I own it, so.
I was going to ask you what your favorite part of fall is, but now I feel like I know. It's the school supplies. Still buy it even though I don't have any kids yet.
What if you came over and I was had a whole room full of school supplies?
I'm not going to lie. I think that it makes a lot of sense now because you do always have the little, packs of whatever it is.
Pens and...
Yeah, little, even the little planners and stuff like that. You've always been into that stuff, so that makes sense.
God help us all. Well, happy fall, everybody. Happy fall, y'all. Whatever.
It's 50 degrees outside.
Whatever it may be. No, this past 4 or 5 days, it has been beautiful out. I live for this time of year. I really do. I used to live for spring, but that's non-existent on the East Coast anymore, so I live for fall. And it's so funny because I just feel like every year there's less and less transition time, which is a bigger issue globally, I know, but I try to just be present, and I appreciate this fall weather. And it came in out of nowhere.
Came in hot, but cold.
Not hot. Came in cold.
It came in chilly.
It was really chilly last night, but I enjoyed every second of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad about, the transition clothing-wise. I think that...
Never mad about the transition clothing-wise.
The thing that I get pretty on my walks in the morning, my ears are so sensitive. So when it gets, really cold, winter time, I need to wear the...
Yeah.
We both do.
Yeah.
And I know that you know this. They don't know this.
My neck and my ears. It's actually a very, I never really loved scarves solely for the fashion sense. I legitimately hate when my neck is cold.
Yeah.
It is one of my top 5 hates. Remember we did that episode where we said,
top 5 hates.
When you what grinds your gears?
Yeah.
Well, when my neck and my ears are cold in the winter.
Your feet, too.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me as much as my ears and my neck.
Really? You always have.
Anyway, reverse back into the fall conversation. We all know that this is such a basic big convo, but what's your favorite part of fall besides the clothes?
I think for sure it's the scents. Fall scents are so, homey, warm. I think of, obviously pumpkin and all that fun stuff. But I just mean, the autumn sort of sense. The other day, I went for a walk in the morning, and it was chillier. It wasn't as cold as it was yesterday, but it was definitely getting chillier. And I just went for a walk, and I saw, the leaves coming down, starting to come down.
I like the smell of the leaves.
Yeah.
When the leaves fall.
And
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And I just wanted a pumpkin spice latte. Mind you, I've said this before, I don't drink coffee. And it always disagrees with me. I'm not kidding. Whenever I drink it, I feel like there's so many people, running around in my head, the building's on fire and we don't know what to do. That's exactly how I feel when coffee enters my body. But I loved the idea of the smell of the pumpkin spice latte.
See, I'm not a pumpkin spice person.
I don't think I am either. I think it just was, a hankering because of fall weather coming in.
I'd rather have like a vanilla latte or like something basic vegan. But anyway.
I think like the cinnamon part of the pumpkin is it really wasn't that good.
Well, hands down, my favorite thing is candles. And that goes along with what you were just saying. The scents of fall are just so special.
It reminds me of the color like orange and like maroon and deeper, darker colors that come with the transition of fall.
I like the other outside scents that I was just saying, the leaves, of course, but also like we were driving home from dinner last night and I smelled like bonfires.
Yeah.
And just
that's
like,
always good too.
Like thinking about like roasting marshmallows, like that smell is always so nice.
And this time of year, I always think of our grade school has Oktoberfest that they do.
Oh, really?
And yeah, St. Dot's has it.
I'm so out of touch.
And well, I still live around there, so I'd walk up and like just to get like funnel cake or like play one of those silly games and like a carnival. Fall reminds me of carnivals too, and I like that idea of. I know that you don't like this, but I love apple cider.
Surprise,
but I only like apple cider when it's in like a alcoholic drink. I'm not like drinking apple cider by itself.
It's so funny because we're so similar, but we're so different. Like if you said to me, you have the choice to run around naked or drink apple cider. All right, maybe not run around naked, but
no, I mean that wouldn't be that big of a deal to some people.
If someone said like you, I don't know, have to put a pin in your eye or drink.
Oh my gosh! Way extreme the other way. Favorite human go dark again.
I hate the cider thing.
You're using that word a lot today.
I'm sorry. I strongly dislike the cider thing. And I think it's just because it's way too sweet for my belly.
Yeah, I get it.
That's when my belly disagrees.
I get it. I understand. I have it in a different way, so I respect that answer.
All right, well, back to the positivity and shiny vibes of fall. I also I know a lot of people don't like this either, but I do like when it gets, like, a little darker earlier. Like, I think it's just really cozy. Mm-hmm. And I love the cozy feeling. But I get sad when the sun goes down earlier because I know that it's more fun to be lighter outside. Yeah. But I like when it goes down because it's like cozy. And I get to.
But in fall, it doesn't go down that late.
It's still in like
that early.
I wish the sun would set all year round like it does in the fall. It's like a good like
happy medium.
7:15.
Yeah. And then like winter comes and it's like 5:00. Lights out.
That used to be the worst. Walking
driving
out of work.
Oh, yeah.
When it was, like,
depressed.
Dark out.
Yeah.
It was so... I remember somebody saying that to me when I first started working full-time right out of college. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, it's depressing when you leave work and it's, like, dark outside. And I'm like, what? What?
Dreams crushed. I know exactly what you mean, though. It is depressing. But we're not talking about winter. We're talking about fall.
Well, yes.
I also love... football season, even though I don't watch it nor participate in any sports aspects. I do like football season because it's a good way to come together, even though we're transitioning to come into. But I went to a nice like birthday party for my college roommate last night, and there was 10 to 12 people there, but it was still outside. It was still nice to be outside.
That's another,
it was great.
That's a great point because we can, like, do this whole distancing thing still outside at this time of year, which is, I'd much rather sit outside this time of year than I did all summer.
Yeah. You don't like to be hot.
I hate the humidity unless... I strongly dislike the humidity unless I'm, like, on a nice beach somewhere. I'm not a good sweater when I'm not supposed to be sweating.
I don't think anybody's a good sweater.
No, but, like, it bothers me when I'm sweating. I'm not supposed to be sweating.
I get it.
Anyway, I also like about fall.
Yeah, let's focus on that.
I like the decorations. I love to, like, decorate everything with fall more than I like to decorate for, like, Christmas or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm much more like a fall decorator.
Yeah, I just did that the other day on Friday, too. I feel like we have less and less decorations every year, but our decorations, at the house with Dad, we have the ones from when we were growing up, so they're nostalgic. I like it.
Yeah, that's nice.
It is nice. And
I also like... how when you can open your windows and sleep with your windows open at night.
Yeah, but then go under the covers.
It's my favorite.
I love that too. But we have a lot of things that we love about fall, and with fall comes, change. Seasons change, things change, but the favorite humans will always be the same.
Will always be constant.
And I wanted to talk about how we both wanted to talk about how we've had really great guests on our show.
Yeah.
On our show.
On our show.
On our show that we have on TV because we're famous humans.
Well, it is almost 1 year that we've started this, so that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to have a year in review episode.
Yeah. Of why we started it and everything.
Maybe we should have a couple guests on that episode to see if anyone actually listened.
Yeah. Maybe talk about their favorite part.
Just
We'll give them the floor.
We know people listened. We actually were very surprised at how many people listened. So thank you, everybody. And thank you to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And I think we're on Google Podcasts, too.
Are we?
Yeah. So thank you
YouTube.
To having us on there.
Thank you all for supporting our dreams.
But I can't believe it's been almost 1 year since we started this.
I know. And like I said, we've had a lot of great guests. And we're really excited for our next guest. We've definitely shouted her out on our Instagram post. I think we probably shouted out on the podcast before as well.
Yeah.
And that is Emma McKelvey. She actually is known as Em of All Trades on Instagram. She made a website not that long ago, and she shouted out not only us, but other local businesses or local people, and made a whole spot on her website just for that, just for supporting local.
Why don't you describe a little bit what Em does, and then we can let her really get into it.
Yeah, so she's gonna talk about it in more detail next episode here. But Em of All Trades is basically what it is.
Yeah,
she is a carpenter, painter. She does some graphic design now too. And when I tell you, she's like this little bundle of joy.
That's what I was gonna say.
She is like 5 foot nothing, and
she's probably smaller than that.
She is the most talent that I've seen in a really long time, and she does it with all love, and she's just amazing. Yeah. So I'm so excited to have her on the show next.
I've only met her once. She made us bago boards or cornhole boards if you don't speak bago language. And she made them for Pat for his birthday last year that Merrick got him. And I met her for 4 seconds, and she is just a little ball of energy and is so capable of so many things. Yeah. I'm blown away by her.
Super talented.
And she's been super supportive of us, so we want to in turn show our support, and we're going to have her on next week.
And then we can, promote more of what she does, because I'm moving out in a couple months here, and all the shelving that I'm going to get is through her. She's making all the shelving for me. So she does a bunch of different things that I don't really know some things that she doesn't do.
I didn't even think about that, because we're redoing our kitchen finally.
Yeah, she could totally help you.
Thank the kitchen gods that I want to do open shelving. So Em, can't wait to ask you for some shelves.
This is the formal question.
Formal offer. Well, we're excited to have her. We've had a handful of guests, and I think we should even amp up our guest game and have some more people on before the end of the year. If
anybody would like to be on the podcast and we haven't asked you,
you can post your applications.
Please email us at favoriitehumans@gmail.com. We will review it very carefully and get back to you.
The standard's really high. Not to demean anybody who has been on, because you're amazing. But anyway, we're spiraling here, so bring it back in. Fall, good season for change, literally. We'll see what goes down the rest of the year, but I think we're all really excited to just have this season come in and
get your sweaters.
Just feel ready for those boots and jeans.
Hashtag sweater weather.
Anything that makes you feel all fuzzy because of fall.
So until next time, stay shiny.